Today's Yin Yoga session will support the Stage 6 task of connecting to yourself by taking responsibility for your life. As we hold these poses today, yoga makes a fantastic container for the exploration of self. Taking responsibility for your life is the same as saying you're going to take authority for your life. There's nothing worse than having authority without responsibility or responsibility without authority. The two come together. If you are to have authority and craft the life you want, then you must also have responsibility. Your life is yours. What will you do with it? Can you look in the mirror and see the person causing 99% of all your problems? Can you hold yourself in compassion and forgiveness? And can you craft a path forward, like your own best friend, being there for yourself? Consider these questions today as we hold these poses. We'll begin by setting up the breath. Today we're going to try box breathing. First, just sit with the breath. Be aware of your natural breathing pattern. Now let's inhale for a count of 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Now hold it at the top for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now hold at the bottom. Hold that exhale out for 3. And again, inhale for a count of 3. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Now try it for a 4 count. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold. Inhale for 5. Hold. Exhale for 5. Hold. And return to breathing normally. Let's get started. From here, we'll go into a half pigeon or a sleeping swan on the right. So we'll bring the right leg up, the left leg back long. The right heel is in the crease of the left hip. And lean down to the ground. Because this is yin, we're going to want to support the chest. You might also like a block under the right hip. That can be helpful, or under the right thigh, or an extra block under the chest. We support the position so that the body feels free to really relax into it. Adjust your props as you need. Let's switch now to the other side. Bring the right leg back, the left leg up, the left heel to the crease of the right hip. Bringing your favorite prop configuration back, leaning forward, and breathe. And slowly push yourself back up. And we'll come back through an easy sit for just a couple of breaths. From here, we'll come into a revolved child's pose. In this child's pose, we keep our knees closer together and enter it from a table. We'll take the right arm up and through, resting on the right shoulder. Now, for support in this pose, for a yin practice, you may not feel like you need anything at all, or you might feel like you would enjoy a block or a bolster, maybe more like a bolster or a pillow or a sandbag under the shoulder if the pressure on that point is uncomfortable. So find your revolved child's pose. Switching sides. Push up slowly. Back to table. Take the left arm up and through to resting on the left shoulder. Right forearm is on the ground to support. If this is hard on the knees, you can fold up your mat, fold it over a couple of times to provide a nice cushion for the knees. Pushing up slowly. Coming back to an easy sit for just a couple of breaths. Coming now into a Sage Marichi 2. We'll start with the left foot and bring that all the way up to the hip. The right foot, we're going to bring the heel back to the ankle or just slightly forward of the ankle. We want this leg to be far enough to the right that you can get down beside it, but not too far. We'll be folding forward, reaching forward with the heart, and then taking the arms in a bind around the right leg. If this is too intense, please choose a different position, whatever your body is craving right now. In terms of support, you might like a block on top of the left leg that you can lean over. Adjust your props as you deepen your pose. Come up slowly, and we will switch sides. This time the right heel comes to the left hip. The left heel comes back to meet the ankle, maybe a little further over to the left. Make sure there's room to get by the leg. Reach out with the heart. Take a bind. Remember that you can support this position with a block on top of the right leg this time. And breathe. Adjust your props as you deepen the pose. And slowly come up. Put your props away. And we will check back in with an easy sit for a couple of breaths. From here, we will turn to this side of the mat, using the length of it. Tuck in the left leg. Now, for this pose, you might want a strap, or you might want a resistance band or a TheraBand around the foot, or you may prefer to support with blocks or bolsters on the thigh. Find your most comfortable use of props for this pose, as we will be holding each side for 2.5 minutes. Reach forward with the heart over the toes and breathe. Adjust your props as needed. We'll come up and take this on the other side. Right foot is tucked in. Left leg is long. Grab your props or your strap. Reaching forward with the heart over the toes. And breathe. Noticing the differences between the right side and the left side. Just noticing. If this is too much on the lower back, you can try sitting on a block for this. Or, of course, you're always welcome to choose a different pose that feels right today. Releasing your strap or your props, coming up slowly, letting your props away, and returning to check back in with an easy sit for a couple of breaths. From here, let's head down to the ground, swing yourself around, and come down, lying flat, legs are long, shoulders tucked under, and arms at the sides. From here, we'll take the legs up. You can use a strap to support this, or you can use a block under the hips. Play around with a couple of different configurations and see what is most enjoyable. If you have a strap, kind of like this one, you can put your arms through it. Or you can use the wall. Put your legs up at the wall to support yourself. And breathe. Bringing the feet down, releasing your straps or coming away from the wall if you were using the wall, coming back down, lying flat, checking in with ourselves for a couple of breaths. From here, we'll bring both knees up, grab the toes for happy baby. Maybe bring the feet high. Maybe rock a little and breathe. And release. Slowly bringing the legs back down, lying flat. Checking in for a couple of breaths. Coming into Shavasana. Shoulder blades tucked under. You might like a pillow or a bolster under the knees for comfort, or under the head, or nothing at all. Legs can fall to the sides a little bit. Hands can be at your sides or resting on the belly. This is your time to integrate your practice. What you noticed today. What came up for you today. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Remove any props or pillows. Maybe roll the wrists and ankles. Start to move the arms and the legs. Maybe take the arms up for a stretch. And roll over to one side for a rest. Just a moment while you get your bearings. Extend the top leg out and push up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. The love and the light and the teacher in me honors that in you. Namaste.